It's nice just to sit down and talk about a nice boring 0-0 this week on Where Owls Walk. No drama, no fuss, just plain old football chat. Welcome back to Where Owls Walk. It is 15 to 20 minutes of Sheffield Wednesday chat, reviewing every single game in this championship season. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got Tom and Lewis back here to look back at the draw at the Hawthorns and who impressed. What's wrong with Ugbo? Are we just going to give up on him now? Plus Iorfa, what a man mountain he was. Should we have won as well? Hope you're doing well. Before we get going, just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's been commenting on our videos. Tony Gilbert Sound, love the comment last week. Sheffield Wednesday is a huge family worldwide. Don't Boy Forever said, in relation to that question we asked last week, what's the worst game? Cambridge in the 90s, FA Cup lost 0-1. And a Baltic Tuesday night. Thank you very much, Tote Boy and Clive Redfern. Of course, Lee Chapman from the Howard days of the 80s. Thank you for all the comments we get. Unlike other channels, we are a channel who will always shout out comments and also reply to them as well. So please do that at the end of the video as we progress our A to Z of Sheffield Wednesday to the letter D this week. So hopefully Tom and Lewis are ready for that one. Let's get into the game though. First of all, Lewis, should you have beaten West Brom?
I think, to be fair, where we are at the moment and looking at the table and how we performed, I'm more than happy coming out with a draw and at one point. Although we did play well, it could be said that maybe we could have Ugbo took his chances and things like that. We could have come away with more, but I think Wednesday fans are just happy to get a point and play the way we did.
Yeah, I've got to say, for shout out the away fans again. They could constantly hear them on TV all throughout that game, which is. Once again, a credit. The best thing about this club at the moment, isn't it? It's obviously about the fans.
100%. Yeah.
Tom, is it time to just give up on Ugbo? I don't like calling him out, but the lad just needs to, I don't know, drop down a level or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen a kind of big of a drop off at Wednesday in a long time. I mean that. Season he had the back end of the season we stayed up when he was on loan. Pretty much his goals saved us, and then we splashed 3 million on him, and now we just can't hit a barn door. I mean, he needs confidence, but I don't think he's going to get that anytime soon. So yeah, I mean, we just got to get rid. I think next season we go down, maybe George Brown, some of the younger players try to bed him in, and just see if someone will take a punt on Ugbo and get him off the books.
Yeah, so let's have a look at some tweets from the game there. Obviously, there's two poor teams. I watched it from the stands. Iorfa and Horvath played really well, but let's not make stuff up. West Brom were the better of two poor teams. Lowe and Ugbo are not, or ever, going to get us goals. What about Lowe as well, Lewis, and all this? We haven't really kind of talked about his contributions, but is he frustrating you as well?
Yeah, I think we've probably got quite a bit of a problem at Wednesday with strikers at the moment. We've got Ugbo, Lowe, McNeil when he comes. I suppose McNeil does. He has shown some performances, but he's in the same sort of vein. I really don't know. I think, like Tom says, Ugbo needs a bit of a rocket, but I don't even know what you can say. That just performances have been. He looks lazy and just not like he can be bothered and things like that. But yeah, I think it's a total confidence thing with Ugbo and Lowe. They just need confidence, but it doesn't seem like they're going to get it, like Tom says.
Yeah. I think Lowe as well. He's got a few goals at least. I mean, he's done something. He's not been good. You'd hope maybe if we went down, he could do a good job in League One. But Ugbo as well. All his goals previously have been in the box, cutbacks to him, good finishes. And this season, we're just not playing anything like that. So he just doesn't suit it. Doesn't look like he's bothered.
Yeah.
And then Lowe, I just don't think. I think he's just a poor Championship player, really. So I don't think he's doing more than he should do.
Yeah. I mean, would you give up on him, Lewis, at Ugbo?
Probably, yeah. But for the amount we paid for him, I think you've got to try and move him on and see if we can get a bit of money for him or something like that. But then saying that, dropping down to League One, he could do a job. I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, Norwich City this week. I mean, I'm sure you've, in the midst of all the turmoil you've been in, they are in a crisis club as well. They've got a board who just made stupid decisions. They are ready to turn Hillsborough toxic if you can beat them midweek. Come on, Ugbo. I've got a feeling. Come on, let's just manifest it now. 90th minute Ugbo winner.
Wednesday fans have been saying that for weeks and weeks.
We got to the point where if Ugbo scores, we're on the pitch. Okay. Right, Nathan says, I offer Man Mountain today. Yeah, talk to me about him, Tom. What a performance.
Yeah, I mean, he was outstanding last game. I think he can be good and bad. And he's only really what we've got at the moment. If we play a certain system, when he's in a kind of back three and he can just be like a sweeper, he's got pace, he can, cover, but kind of on the ball, he can make some mistakes. But at least last game, he really stood out.
Yeah, okay. One of the biggest surprises this week in the Championship, Sky Bet Championship Team of the Week, Lewis. Of all the goalkeepers we've had this week, of Everson at Preston making saves, what else we've got? Obviously Stoke goalkeeper, some brilliant goalkeepers. Yeah, we've had penalty saves as well. Horvath gets in it. Surprising.
Well, I think he did play well. He had not to take away, his performance. It was one of his better performances, but I was completely surprised when I saw it come up on my phone, the team of the week. But fair enough, I suppose. With keepers like the save from Everson and things like that, you just didn't really expect it. It was a surprise.
Yeah. And then finally, Tom, I think Wills are being a bit ironic here, but if he's the best right back we've had in years.
Yeah, I think he's at least when he first came in the midfield, he looked like a pretty good young player. Then he went out on loan and didn't really work out. I'm hoping that next season, being in that midfield, hopefully Bannon's still there. Kind of those two in League One might be a kind of decent midfield going forward. But yeah, I'm not sure about right back at least.
With that draw at West Brom, Lewis, I think we're going to have this all season. We've got a number of people who are saying, do you know what? We could do this. We just could do it. Not that one. Keith says, I think it's a really poor league. And if we get taken over, hopefully before transfer deadline, and bring in some half decent signings, we could stay up. We can only hope. And do you think that's a philosophy to take now? Just stay in touch with that 21st position. Could you pull off the greatest escape of all time here?
I'm probably one of the more positive Wednesday fans. I've got wishful thinking, things like that, but it's going to be a bit of a tricky one. I don't know even if signings can help us with the minus points and things. I don't know who we can bring in on a free, because I think we're still only allowed to sign frees. But I don't know who we can bring in that can possibly save us from where we are. Yeah,
coming into this week, you were about to play the two most out of form teams in the division in the space of 5 days. Norwich obviously are there for the taking tomorrow if you can beat them. And then Tom, has the Southampton sacking just come at the wrong time?
Yeah, I think so. Even though they're being very poor, they've got some of the underlying stats. They've been a bit better than what they've been, and then some of the players that they've got, I think they can hurt us. So yeah, I think we're just going to be rock bottom. I think we might get the odd good result, which is all we can hope for. But I've heard there's potential of even more point deductions from previous stuff we did at the start of the season. So yeah, it's just kind of enjoy each game as it comes. Hopefully get the odd few good away days, and then rebuild. But I can't see us coming anything other than rock bottom, really.
Okay. There's rumours that Mike Ashley might be tabling a quick bid. Would you go for that, Tom?
No, if there was a guarantee that he'd only be there for a few years to stabilise us, I wouldn't mind it, because I think he knows what he's doing. I don't like him as a person, but as a businessman, he'll get you stable. He'll get you an attractive potential bidder. But it's just whether, if he'd want to be in there for the long term, put Sports Direct everywhere like he did Newcastle. If it was just, we're going to have him for a few years, we'll be Championship and then we'll sell on, then fine. But I wouldn't take the risk, especially when there's rumours they're always billionaires. You don't want to go from a Walmart billionaire to Mike Ashley in the space of a week. It's a bit of a tough one to take.
All right. We're asking our teams to predict where you're going to finish. I'm not going to be disrespectful and ask you that question, because I think
that one's probably a given.
But it is bonfire night on Wednesday, so we are asking which player needs a rocket other than Ugbo, because that's the easy answer here. Which one player hasn't yet lifted off or just needs a bit of spark just on the pitch? What are you not seeing, Lewis?
Well, I think out of the team, against West Brom, Ugbo and Lowe. I know obviously instead of Ugbo, but I honestly I don't know anyone else that. When we say with the situation that we're in, I think everyone's played to how, like there are credits themselves with the way they've played and the performances they've put in. So other than maybe Lowe and Ugbo, maybe McNeil off the bench, I'm not sure anyone else would probably need a Rocky. I think everyone's played the socks off and gave what they can, and it's showed in performances. I think personally from West Brom, maybe even Oxford last week. I know it weren't the result we wanted, but things like that. I think the players have showed that they're giving their all really, and that's all we can really ask for. So other than maybe the obvious Ugbo and Lowe, that's all that'd be my answer, I think.
Okay, Tom.
Yeah, I think I'd echo that, to be honest. I think, Lowe and Ugbo, kind of all the attack really haven't done anything all season. But I think the other players, they've just, I can't blame them. I think they've done what they can. And I think, we haven't actually been that bad considering the state we've been in. So I think, just they've all done all right. I think hopefully in January, if we can get some threes in, at least maybe we can go down with a bit of kind of respect, maybe hopefully not on minus points. But I wouldn't fire a rocket up anyone at the moment.
Okay, fair dues. Finally this week then, it is the A to Z of Sheffield Wednesday. We're up to letter D. Any ideas for this one?
I could think of, probably a bit before my time, I think of Di Canio. Well, obviously I know how good he was for Wednesday. I know I was a bit too young, but I know how good he was for Wednesday. And that's probably all I could think of for D.
It's a good shout, Tom.
Yeah. I went the other end. I went Royston Drenthe. He was at Real Madrid, Everton. I think you'll remember.
He was shocking.
He
was awful.
There's a lot of stories at Everton about what he got up to off the pitch. For us, I think he played about 10 games. Apparently, he was just late to training, lazy. I think he got one goal. He was shocking. And then, the fact that he played for Real Madrid is just crazy.
Man.
I mean, I think the other one maybe Cam Dawson. I think in goal, he's he's had
from bad to worse. That's all.
He wasn't the best keeper, but the only thing he did have was moments. I mean, he had Sheffield United penalty save. Also in the Peterborough game, he kept, even though it was 4-0, he probably kept it to under 10, which then helped us in the second leg. So I think he's almost a bit of a cult hero for his few penalty saves, but he wasn't great.
Okay. Right. Join us next week, because on our show next week, we're going to have a Blade joining us, as of course we're previewing the Steel City Derby, which is our first fixture when we come back. So we'll be on our best behaviour as we welcome the enemy to the show. So join us for that one next week. Good luck against Norwich. Good luck down at St Mary's. We'll see you in 7 days' time. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop us a quick subscribe before you go. Cheers, fellas.